It's a very good morning, and thank you for joining us on Asakhe Sports. Welcome to Asakhe Online. I'm your host, Dino Dawa. Today we are going to be talking to one of the best players that I've ever watched myself during football times when I was going to Powerful Stadium to watch Collen Nyambiya, who is now the founder and director for the name that you see at the back here, Young Flying Stars Sports Academy, as he tells us what it means for him to be running the academy, what it means for the society going beyond the nurturing of the young people's careers. It's going to be joining us. We are talking to Collen Nyambiya or Edelela Injanji. We are going to be moving on to having him on board. Okay, so for someone who doesn't know Collen Nyambiya, can you tell us about yourself?
Collen Nyambiya is a serious football person. Born 41 years ago in Victoria Falls. I moved to Bulawayo as a young boy, say 3. And I guess I've been kicking the football from when I was young, starting playing in primary school for the Mbizo Primary School in Llewellyn Barracks for the under 10 team. And I made it to the first team when I was still in grade 6. I was a little tiny boy there, My headmaster used to like just, having a few minutes. Last 10 minutes, I put Smalley in,
Yeah, you're called Smalley.
Yeah, he used to call me Smalley, yeah. Then when I was grade 7, I was like actually leading the school team. We won different cups in primary schools, the army schools competitions. And then I continued when I went to secondary school. I went to Luveva High School and Hamilton High School, where I continued playing football there. I was playing for Stops Camp Juniors at the Rose Camp, coached by Mr. Riot Nure, the late. We were a good team, Stops Camp that time. That's when I met Mr. Iwan Mafu. He was a teacher at CBC High School, and I was at Hamilton. Yeah, after the game we spoke, and he thought I was good in football and he could assist to see me live my dream, of which he contacted Mr. Ben Moyo at Zisco Steel. Then I was taken in for trials, and the rest is history. I made it when I was just turning 18 at Zisco Steel. Moved from Zisco Steel, and I was top scorer with 26 goals in the first division. Zisco had been relegated then, though I'd also played in the Premiership. And I scored 4 goals then when my starting in the Premiership, my debut season. I only found the team five games to go because I was at college.
Okay.
So when I found the last 5 games, I scored 4 goals. So when the team got relegated, we were like the people they are looking up to in the first division. So they released the senior players and they left the junior players in the team. I remember those Dick Moyana, Steven Matsaire, Patrick Mandija were part of that team, the Zisco first division. I was the top scorer in '99, and then I was signed by Real Stars in 2000.
Janji.
Yes, I met Admire Zingwe, Chio Mlenga, Charles Chulufia, were coached by Sugar Mguyo then. And then 2002 end, I was top scorer again, Real Stars, and I was named by an Albanian club, FC Bilis, in Bauchi, Albania there. I played for half season, but I got the second half of the season. The same 2003 July, I came back home. I joined Shabani under Moses Chunga. 2003, and I didn't last again because I was just getting used to moving around,
Okay.
I was becoming a nomad. I moved back to Real Stars 2004. Stayed up to 2005, I moved again. I went to Islanders under Dick Chama in Madinda. We played with Ona Gombani, Tapua Kapini, Chipotsozo. Then 2006, I quit again. I moved back to Real Stars. And up to 2007 and 2008, I moved again to Botswana. I played for Buteti Young Fighters, now Orapa United. The one that was coached by Madina and Mafu and Wangan Mafu at one time. And then I came back 2010. 2010, I played for Real Stars for a few games, and then I called it quits. 2011, I ventured into coaching. I started coaching in Camel School, in the private schools. And with the response, the children there, the parents were very happy. they suggested that I start an academy. Obviously, anyway, it was one of my plans. I said I had to start with the school, see the environment, how to take care of kids, though I was at some coaching certificates.
Okay.
And then from there, I picked kids from Carmel and other schools around. We started an academy, of which the boys I started with now, I'm happy to say one of the boys is in the States now on a scholarship.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I also played for the under-17 national team. Already 2 boys from this academy have made it under-17 national team. And then 2012 started this academy, launched by Peter Nyambiya. I guess that made it a big thing, because Peter is our biggest sporting icon in this country. And also from football, we're happy that he came to launch for us. It gave us confidence that if Peter can accept this, probably this could go further. And then we continued up today, this 2020. This is our 8th year we've been running this project.
Yeah. So things are happening for you.
Yeah, we're trying. We're having some boys being snapped up by bigger clubs. Already we have 2 guys who have just joined, on the verge of joining Wange.
Okay.
They like them, so we're still to agree with Wange on a youngster, an 18-year-old was top scorer in the under-20s league. He scored 20. Left-footed striker, a terrible youngster called Jacob Mloy. And we have Shane Gwenya, the centre back, was our captain here. He's also with Wange there. One of our boys had gone there. He got an injury at Panache, so he could not continue with the trial. So we had to call him back for further trial somewhere else.
Now, you just mentioned that after you hanged your boots, you had the plan to start the academy. Now, I just wanted to know, had it not been for this project, what could you have done apart from starting the academy?
Probably I could have been into football coaching. Like I'm saying, it's my passion. I had to choose football more than work. I'm a qualified fitter and trainer, trained in the railways, and I had to quit work to concentrate on football. I think I'm more resourceful there, I think, than at work there. I just felt I'm more needed in football than at work. For work, it will be for me and my family, but for football, it's the entire community. I just felt I felt I had to go to Cholocho, reach out to the Shangani boys and them, just try to conscientize them, to show them football has got a good life if you really make it. Not to be like selfish and not want to show the new boys the way. So I just thought, if I'm at work, I'll be fixing trains there, and I won't be enjoying it. I'll be always dirty and in the overalls and all. So let me go to football, where I like most. I won't be thinking hard on any things, like how to fix this trainer, or how to fix this machine.
It's a line of mentality.
Yeah, it's not work to me. It just flows, Yeah.
Now, as a footballer, you overtake some ups and downs. And at the end of the day, you choosing to start the academy meant you had seen positives about football, just as you have mentioned. What's that one instinct that inspired you to start this project?
Well, like I'm saying, after having the coaching certificate, I thought to myself, where can I be really relevant in this game? I've been seeing the mistakes that we've been doing. We've been starting coaching boys for age 14. I was also playing junior football from age 14, and I felt it was a bit late for me. And I've been coached from primary. Was already the coach at primary, the primary had seen that there was some little talent here, and I've been nurtured from that age. I should have made it earlier. So I just thought, no, let me do this. Let me start with these kids when they're very young and see where it goes. Because I started with at Camel there, I had experience to handle the 7-year-old, the bakers, and I could see that there is talent even in the under 7 age group.
Unexploited talent.
Yes, and they want to play. With these boys from today, they watch English football, they know all the players, maybe better than we do, and they know how they play.
So many tutorials.
Yeah, and they understand the game, So I just thought this could be a chance, to do something that no one has done in this town, probably in this country. So say we are the only academy here coaching kids from 4.5 years old. We have the boys started to kick the ball here. But in a few days' time, you see, the boy is not kicking well. He's not controlling well. And that was like an inspiration. I said, from Camel School, I got some little detail. Let me start my own thing by the side. And it's short, and that's it.
Now, besides our football, are there any other sporting activities that you offer?
Yeah, we've just changed from being a soccer academy, having given a longer list by our landlords, the NRZ. We're actually going to have more sports courts here. Soccer will be our main sport, but we have tennis coming through, we have swimming coming through, we have handball, we have netball, karate is already there. We have training sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays in the evening. We have a sensei, a reputable sensei Vax, coaches karate here. So ready for those who want to join karate, Monday, Wednesday, we have training sessions here from 5 to 6 in the same clubhouse. So we want to reach out to all the kids. We want to make it a one-stop shop for all the sporting needs. Just besides sports, we are having some non-sporting activities like music. They'll be taught how to play instruments from here. They'll be taught how to do the ballet, different type of dances, that are like a career. We want to give the children all the sports courses they might think of. They'll find them here because we have the facilities.
To offer them a platform to choose from.
Yes.
So that no one feels left out.
Some parents will come here, they're coming to drop their boy for soccer, and they've got a daughter who's 5, 6, and does tennis somewhere at BSC. So I'm saying it becomes a task for us to, you drop one here, you have to drop the other one across town.
And you have to come. Also.
Yeah. So just thought, I did all sports. I can do all those sports anyway. Yeah, so because of the understanding of the games and how nice they are and how the kids love to play those sports, we'll be offering them there. Maybe probably in 2 or 3 months we'll be done with most of the renovations to be able to accept the girls also to come through, because our dressing rooms are for adults, so we need to make smaller toilets to accommodate the 4 or 5-year-old, especially the girls. The girls are a bit delicate, so they must find a nice place, nice dressing room. That's to be ready for them.
Now, you've just mentioned young people from as early as 4 years old going up. What role do you think sports plays in the life of a young person?
Sports plays a very, very, very big role in a child's development. We work from the brain to the body itself, the mental strength, mental health, and the physical well-being of the child. The child gets to be strong bones when he's very young, motor skills training, socializing, brain work, winning, losing, and starting to understand that you lose, you win, starting to understand to compete. I'll give you an example here. If you know, there's a boy called Chona Makaya. Chona Makaya is one of the best swimmer in Southern Africa. He's from this academy. Wow. We don't have swimming, but I'm saying he learned how to be a winner from here. He started as a footballer from the academy here when he was about 6. He was at Centenary Primary School. He was playing soccer, it was all soccer. And then when he was in grade 6, after soccer season is gone, I was coaching Centenary then. I made him a captain because I knew he was better than the boys there in soccer. Converted to swimming. We go to a swimming season. He was the best in their school. Best in their school. He went for Bulawayo province. He was the best in Bulawayo province in breaking records. He went to national, he broke records. So the soccer training, the physique he got from soccer, the mentality he got from soccer, it's all encompassing. It's all for sports. We'll be teaching these people for soccer, but it covers for all disciplines. So that's why he went there and became a winner in swimming. Because already he was signed up for being a winner, you see. So we are proud to say Teacher Makaya is from this sporting club for swimming, the Sopranos Sports Club. What's the name? I'm forgetting the name, from suburbs. Yeah, but he's now the best in Southern Africa for swimming. We are proud that you also pass through this academy. So I'm saying it's not about having the child to play soccer only here. For other sports codes, to give you the start, how to become a sports person.
You train the brain, you train
the mind, the body, so the reaction, the response. You can see a child from young flying stars. Just last year, with the trust schools, the coast soccer tournament under 10s. I went there to watch. If I tell you, we had a clean sweep of all the awards. From the best goalkeeper, best midfielder, best striker, player of the tournament. We took everything. It was all young. It was all different schools, maybe Whitestone or Camel, but club young flying stars. I was so proud, to have my boys starting to win things also. That's when we see that our program is really doing well for boys. It gives them an edge over other children their age.
Now, starting up the academy, we know everything comes with a challenge. What are the major challenges that you faced in setting up this project to get started?
Yo, it wasn't really easy. Yeah.
Isn't?
But well, if you believe, it's something a dream. You dream it. You have faith in God. You believe that it will happen. I saw it happen. I have a friend called Arnold Nidza. He's a coach here, one of the founding coaches at the academy. We kept talking about this. We need to start an academy. For kids. How do we do it? I say, I just believe you do it. Starting putting equipment by the side, one by one. Starting to buy one ball, 2 balls, 3 balls before even starting.
Step by step.
Yeah, a group putting equipment in one place. Another thing, starting to look for a field. You have to look for a field that will be permanent. So like today you're here, tomorrow you're there.
So that you not nobody cares of football career.
You see. And then it was another struggle again to get a field where to train it. And also to convince parents that we can do this, bring the 4-year-olds and they have the parents believing in our project.
In your project.
And the good thing was the starting at the schools there. So the parents there believed what I did, and that the kids actually enjoyed my type of training and training style, and they to bring the kids. And also now funding.
Yes.
Yeah, to start to book those fields, you see, to pay for the rentals and all, and also paying the coaches. No one will come and work. Yeah, we have Master Masigu, I have Nomsa Boys Moyo, I have Reggie Bukali, Majiga, myself. We have an expatriate coach from Jamaica called Ichi. Coach Ichi, very good for the kids. So you find our technical staff is quite big, and we can't come here and for nothing. Is what I'm saying. So we also need money to see us through to the next stage until we have the boys being taken up by.
Which actually leads me to the next question, as to say, have you had any corporate support coming through? And maybe you can link it with your abilities to fundraise money. How did it come through for you?
It has been difficult, over the years. We had to make this a membership club that to make parents contribute towards the running of the academy. Okay. Making them feel that they also own this. We made it that they are part of the project. They understand that for us to have 20 balls of training, 30 balls, we need to buy those balls. They're expensive, 1,000 rands per each ball. So we will not get it anywhere except from the parents. You understand? So we try to agree with the parents, whoever wants to bring the child here. But like you see, we lease out this facility from the railways. We lease out the stadium. We also started leasing out tennis courts and swimming pool court that are still down, that need to be renovated.
Yeah,
you see, so we have to tell our members that if you want to be part of this, you just also have to contribute towards the development of the project, contribute towards sustaining the coaches, the equipment, and the rentals and all. Though we're also lucky, I'm lucky to say, we got a businessman who was so much interested in the game. He's a really full fanatic, and he loves kids to the core. Over the years, he's been watching me, and he's been asking, who's helping you? Who's helping you? And saying, it's so tough, we're not having any assistance. To say that you'll end up having fights with the landlords every time you're always behind with the rentals and all. But with the belief and the hope that this thing should just go through. You keep fighting. You survive another. You're dying another day. For today, I survived. Let's see tomorrow. You keep going, until this gentleman. I don't know how to thank this man. At times, some people are like God sent.
Care to give mention to his name?
Yeah, he's Mr. Peter Nyambiya.
Exactly.
Yes, Mr. Peter Nyambiya from Harare. He supported us through his company's Property Eye. Sponsorship for our rentals and getting our facilities going. Our first team running. We now have a first team, the under 20s. Last year we won. We were runners up in the championship. Under 20s, just 2 points behind the winners, Ajax Amsterdam, Ajax World Space from Popoma.
Those are quite tricky kids.
Yeah, anyway, they are much experienced in the game. They've been there for a while. We only lost 2 games. That's when you see our boys are being snapped out by teams, you know. Already 4 on the radar for other clubs. So, yeah, Mr. Mubi came through when we were really choking. And he made us survive. And up today, we are here. Then at 20 surviving because of Mr. Mubi. He made sure he had to bring in even Mr. Westhoff from the Netherlands to come and inspect our project, to try and also try to teach us more on how to develop these boys. Well said, if I am to help you, I'll help you and make sure I have to see this thing grow. I'll have to introduce you to big people in the game. So we're surprised to see Mr. Mubi saying, go to the airport and meet Mr. Westhoff. I'm thinking, Mr. Westhoff?
Coach.
What do I say to Mr. Westhoff? Is he?
Okay.
Yeah, so we got there, Mr. Westhoff, are you calling? Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Peter said, I'll be with you for the next 2 weeks.
That's marvelous.
So I was under serious mentorship from Mr. Westhoff. You know, he's a well-renowned coach. You know, getting Nigeria and producing the bulk of the great Nigerian stars there. Most of them, he said, picked from outreaching in the rural Nigeria. So he gave me that concept again, that you must also outreach, go around, don't stick on to town.
Like Bulawayo,
yes,
go out there in Mbizo barracks.
I've been there. Mbizo is where I grew up. I've been there. I can't miss Mbizo. I've been to Cholocho, Mchabango Primary. I've been to Matopo, Slozi Primary. I've been all over. I've been to Shangani. We have a boy here. They're already doing very well from Shangani. Yeah, so we're saying with the information I got from Mr. Westhoff, he's also waiting for the players there. So each time I speak to him, he ask you, Collen, where are the players?
So said, no. We might be having future stars here playing abroad.
Yeah. Definitely. This is a bunch of good players. It's where in our under-20s, we don't register you in our under-20 if you're not that good enough. That's why we say we coach you from 5 years. When you get to 15, is our datum. It's our all level. That's why we start to measure. If you are 15, you can make it to the level that we really want. We can advise your parents, maybe you can try other sport codes, probably. Maybe most of Sinza boys convert from soccer here to rugby.
Some from football to swimming.
You understand that. So for soccer, because I'm mainly in soccer, I'll give best advice. When they're still very young at 15, I'll tell you that this one will make it. This one is a late start, late grower, and things like that. But I'll guarantee with the under-20s boys that we have, the ones who make it from 15 to 20 in our team, just wait and see. It's a matter of time.
Now, you mentioned that Mr. Westhoff is always asking, where are the players? So which means they have to move from here and going somewhere else, which leads me to asking you about the FIFA Connect registration. Because from what it states, it says you benefit if you are the first club to register a player from FIFA, with FIFA actually. Whichever move they make in the transfer, you also benefit. What steps have you done in terms of registering with FIFA Connect?
Yes, we've been updated about that process, and we are happy that we have actually started registering our players on the FIFA Connect. That's the FIFA online registration. Yes, we are almost at advanced stage to finish up the process because we know there are vouchers out there. They always want to get the things they didn't work for. You know, you just come and pick a boy as if it's so unfair and unfortunate for especially the big teams that they will just come and grab from small clubs who are trying to grow also. So if you get our player and compensate us, we'll be happy to develop another player also to give you again. And then the chain goes. Together we build the child. You know, a child belongs to the community. So we groom him here. He does well. He's coming to where he grows, also develops. So they mustn't be very selfish. The big teams, they must understand that there's so much work done with these little boys here from where we start, and it takes a lot of money, a lot of patience, and we'll also be happy to be associated with a boy who makes it to Manchester. You know, so this is our boy from Young Flying Stars, and FIFA Connect is the way to go. They've helped us so that we are also not left out, you know, when it comes to compensation. Back in the day, clubs were just being cheated, players taken away. So we are also conscious about the process, and that's why we also, because we know if James here, so we are already doing the process of register.
Stepping up to register also.
Yeah.
Now, maybe as we come to the near end of our program, I just want to hear from you, Collen. What are the plans that you have this year, and also from this year going forward, in the next 5 years, where do you see the academy?
In the next 5 years, we're actually on the verge of sealing a partnership with a club in Europe, which Mr. Westerhoff is already in talks with. They want us to be their first port of call. When a player is good, 15, 16, we send the player over there, then they inspect. They're not happy, they bring him back and then they advise us, no, work on this on him. If they're happy with the ball, quickly they snap him. We are also eyeing so many scholarship deals for our boys. Already we have boys being given scholarships in high schools. You know, you pay half and because of their football talent. Yeah, so in 5 years, we expect to be one of the teams churning out great footballers to the premiership clubs here and for world market. Young Flyers is going to be a force in 5 years. I was already looking at my under-20s team. If by next year we send 10 into the market to real men's football, our name will grow. And already in our bakery there in the academy, the enrollment is big. You know, the parents are starting to understand our program. So we are guaranteed that we are going to have the best of the little ones already coming here, being nurtured here. So in 5 years, we're talking of the guys who are in the under-30s now, and they are very hot, I promise you. We have a very hot under-13 squad.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so in 5 years, we're going to be big.
You're seeing yourself from the kids.
Yeah, even our facility in 5 years is supposed to be like a proper world-class facility because we are already agreed with the railways. They've agreed that we renovate it, and they've agreed on a nice deal to make our stadium here a unique railway stadium. That we're going to put railway coaches to surround the stadium and become like VIP terraces, finished railway coaches, old coaches, and at the top we have some terraces for the rest of the ground.
That's beautiful.
So it will be a unique stadium, a unique environment, a unique place for the kids, and churning out stars. Because here we are young flying stars. We believe from grooming them from when they're young,
taking them further,
take them till they become stars. Yes, yeah.
Now, what piece of advice do you have both for the youth and for those whom you think they're supposed to be starting up such projects or getting involved? We've got so many good players for Zimbabwe who have gone abroad, or some who have done well, even here like you didn't go so far, but still this is what you're building. So a word of advice for the youth and those whom you think they need to be involved in such projects.
Yeah, to the youth, the sky is the beginning. You know, you get to understand this. We are from there. We've been youth also. We've been advised. At times we do as if the predecessors are being trying to be hard on us or something. But the thing is, right now it's no time to think you're going to develop a career which you haven't started when you're young. You know, like football now, in China right now, they're training at 3, at 5. And imagine how flexible the Chinese are. And are we going to be competing for slots in Manchester United when you start here at 14? You know, I'm trying to aid the youngsters. If you really think you have a talent, try to persuade your parents to support you. You know, at times it's the parents also who are a bit difficult. You know, if you're lucky to persuade your parents to try to help you pursue your talent or your career when you're still younger. You know, it makes you known in the system. When you're in the system, it's easy to identify with you. So we know this boy from this team, we know this boy from that team, or we know this boy from this school or that school. Not to say after you fail O level.
Then that's when they jump on the sports ground.
That's how they think, I think my son can play football. And most of the boys will come here, I've been playing this school, which club did you play for? No club. But you can see even the level of competition. Always give them a chance, okay? Prove yourself. But day one, just say, no, they're still very raw. Because like you see in Young Flying Stars, these guys are already in class. It's not all about physical training on the ground.
They now understand the technical and the physical.
We
part
also
of
do
football.
strategy.
Yes.
We also make them understand. You know, we give them all the detail, all the information that they need, you know, to really make a complete sports person. You see, so this sport, if you want to be in sport and really succeed, like you see the case of Coventries and all, they started all those swimming when they were young. You can't start when you've got the metal ID or the plastic ID, the registration, you're an old person. You must have your 16, the ID at 16, already you have a sport you are aligned to. You understand? It's much better for you. And for the former footballers, I think society needs us, and these boys need us. We are still not very many compared to the kids out there. The kids are plenty, the millions. There are, you know, the millions of boys, and then thousands, hundreds of thousands of them playing football in the streets everywhere. You know, let's work. You know, as we walk around, just try to identify. Identify. You know, you see a good person in the street playing. Just identify. You're a good player. What do you think? Where do you play? What do you think about playing sports? You know, because I've realized that you're good. Then just to say, I'll follow blind and just leave. You see, you're killing a talent. You see what I'm saying? You're also killing a life. The boys need us. Like I'm saying, I quit my job to come and try help these boys. Tomorrow, if they make it, I also make it. If they make money, I also make money. So it's a win-win situation. Clubs need us. We can't have, we know with soccer, every man knows football. It's a men's game. But when it gets to coaching, it's a bit refined. It needs people maybe who've been in the sector. So if the moment we shun coaching these kids, and then we have those people who really never made it to let's say Premiership football and want to help. And then we start talk like, woman about coach and type of thing. Who's those coaching? They don't know football. But we are not there. You see, come back. Just like in farming, don't expect to give someone who never did farm even in high school to run a farm. They don't know. They'll try, but they don't produce the same way that we produce players because we win the game. Yes. We understand.
We understand what it takes.
The tackles, the referees, the fans, you know. Everything, the process of growing up to a footballer, since we also started from junior, we know the process. So it's up to us to come and support these boys and help them, give them the information that they need. So that tomorrow, we have a better Zimbabwe national team. You know, it's so pathetic that even Botswana is actually playing much better than us. Much rated better than us.
Yeah.
You know, a population of 2 million people, we are 16 million.
More than 10 million people.
Do you understand?
Because we don't reach out.
Yeah, we have to reach out. Wherever you are, maybe you've retired, you're in Gokwe. Please just try something. You are retired, you're in Plumtree. Just try something for the little community that you are in. And as you go, your thing will grow. And tomorrow we make our better nation, you know, we like creating employment for our boys. Okay. And good employment for that matter, who want to be like Nakamba.
Yeah, talk about Nakamba.
You understand?
Facing City on the 1st of March.
Yeah.
Wembley, did we ever think?
Do you understand? And Pop, my boy.
Yeah,
so it took someone to encourage him. You know, Aye is from the Wanki community. That's a football community anyway. But they're like self-motivated, those people from Wanki. They all play, it's all football. But he had to take someone to, you know, to tell this boy that you are good, continue. If maybe no one didn't tell him that you're good to continue, you should have stopped. And where will be Nakamba today?
Where you could be right now.
Because there's no better place you could be than where he is today.
Oh, that's football heaven.
It's football heaven. Yeah.
So one who's watching right now, or maybe there's a parent who's got a very good kid, where do they find the academy? How do they join?
We are based in Zimbabwe, Bulawayo, Railton. Railton Sports Club is about 1.5 or 2 kilometers from the CBD, Sizinda Road to the south, is it? This is south.
Yeah,
south of town. Yeah. Behind Okemat, if you understand Okemat, or behind the National Railways of Zimbabwe station, because we are at the heart of the railway complex. We're taking kids from 4.5 years old, like we said, but the frequency of training depends on the age groups. So from the 4-year-olds to the 10-year-olds, they strictly train once on Saturdays, 9:30 to 12. That'll be now enough for them. And then for the 11s, to 13, they train twice. Because most of the time they were in school.
Yeah.
They train on Fridays, 2 to 4, and Saturdays, half 9 to 12. But you're now 14, you train 4 times per week. Because already we feel you can also start to train with the senior guys. Because our senior team starts from 15 to 18. So even those very good 14-year-olds, already we invite them to the first team. They'll be training from Tuesday to Friday, from half 3 to half 5. And then Saturdays they come for matches. And then if you're under 20, well, you're now a real man. You're training almost every day, except for we give you rest on Saturday. All the time, either you're in the gym, or you're in class, or you're trying to teach them the professional way of doing things. You know, with the professionals, it's not like they only go for training at 3, that's your way. No, they're going to the shift at 9 o'clock, you are there at the complex. This matches are at 9 o'clock, you're there, there's a press conference, they all have the tea there, they have their lunch there, you know, they have training there, morning, afternoon, you knock off at 4, also just like anyone who's employed. So they need to understand the thing that it's not like you'll be spending the whole day moving around town like a hairless chicken. No, it's work.
Then suddenly you want to come and play.
Yeah,
and
nowadays football is work.
Yeah.
You work football, you go into the shift. 8 o'clock, you're also doing things to do with football. If you want to be a professional. 4 o'clock, you also knock off, like the people working in the industry. Because it's now a serious industry. And if you follow it well and follow the statutes and be disciplined, you'll make it. It's all money in front of you.
Isn't it? Thanks a lot, Collen, for joining us. We are going to be closing the program by calling 2 of your students as they give us a brief on what it means for them to be part of the academy.
Yeah.
And as for you, it's bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for joining.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Nyambiya Ismail. I grew up in Bulawayo. I started playing for this club in 2013 after I made Matabele Land, and Coach Collen had asked me to come and play for his club. It was in 2013. And then from playing from this club, in 2017 I made the nationals side, under 17, and I managed to play for the under 17 Zimbabwe side. Playing for this club has been a very big change in my life, considering this is the first club I played for, and I started at the academy level, and I managed to make the Zimbabwe Chiz and national side during my high school years, and also improve my football as a junior, going up to now when I'm the senior player in the team.
My name is Wayne Makubise. I'm 15 years old. I started playing for this academy when I was 13 years old. I'm Form 3 at Popoma High School, and playing for this academy is a great dream for me because I came at this academy because of Collen Nyambiya. He played football to the highest levels, and he passed his A level with flying marks. I play attacking midfielder, and I'm 15 years old and I'm playing for the under-20s. So they give us chances to play football.
Thank you for joining us. As we have heard from him, so much to do when it comes to corporate support, but still he's saying endurance has kept the academy going. So if you're out there and you know what it means to finance and to help out or to reach out to the community, and you come and see Collen Nyambiya here at Rayton, please reach out, because at the end of the day, we're not only building an individual, but much of the sporting facilities in Zimbabwe need such support so that our nation at large grows bigger and bigger. We have seen the likes of Nagambo. We always mention this name because we are so happy to see what he's doing with Aston Villa. We talk of Teenage Radebe. We once saw Peter Nyambiya flying all over England for Coventry City, and he became the first player to score 3 goals at the Anfield Stadium. The Liverpool team that is actually dominating right now. So you out there, please reach out to Collen Nyambiya and many other sporting academies so that we build our future together. Thank you for joining us on Asakhe Sports. Until we meet again next week. Take care.